Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia, and welcome to a brand new Total War 3 Kingdoms Let's Play featuring Cao Huan, who was the last emperor of the Wei Dynasty. So looking at the map here, we're in the 8 Princes start, 291, and the reason why we can play as Cao Huan is because of the mod we're using, which is all factions playable. This enables a bunch of minor factions being playable across all 5 start date. And for the 8 Princes start date, Cao Huan, the last emperor who abdicated the throne in 264 to Emperor Sima Yan, is made playable. He is in the base game. He does start out here as he is made the Prince of Chenliu after his abdication. He actually had quite a good life considering the circumstances. We'll talk about it once we get into the game. And as you can see, the mod is pretty bare bones. There's not a lot of text. But we do have Cao Cao's mechanics and unique units from the look of things. Now these are units, the fact that Tiger's Cub is included makes me feel like the mod was updated after the Fates Divided DLC, which makes sense since they do have implementations of factions that are available in the 200 start date. But the red text just means Cao Huan's not playable. Of course, he wasn't born then. And we also get the scheme abilities, and there are certain house rules I want to play with Cao Huan. We'll discuss all of that once we jump in. In terms of the settings, we're going to be playing on Romance, and we'll be playing on Legendary 40-minute battle timers. And we'll just hop into game real quick and look at how the mod has us set up. And I will discuss how I want to play the Wei Restoration, because that's going to be our goal, to restore the Wei Dynasty amidst the chaos of the 8 Princes saga. So let's see how this goes. Alrighty, loading into game here, destroy the traders. You can see they're using Sima Ai's text, but I think the first battle is correct. They basically loaded in a random general for us to fight, but I think for the text they just basically took the table from one of the playable princes and copy and pasted for us. And that's also going to mean we're going to get some of these similar missions. Now, for those who never played 8 Princes, it's a very similar experience, but there are some key differences. One being there are now alignment systems in the game, where you can kind of dictate how your faction builds with these different alignment points you can earn throughout the campaign, and they grant different bonuses. So we have the choice here. To pick a mission for the current Empress Jia, who has just got rid of 2 of the high-level officials, Sima Liang and Wei Guan, who were both regents, because her husband, the second emperor of the Jin dynasty, Sima Zhong, was mentally retarded. Not in a negative term, but literally. He was born slightly unwell, and he basically had the intelligence level of a 6 or 7 year old. Like, he still made sense, but he didn't develop higher functions, and there were a lot of serious debates on whether he should be the next emperor or not. Obviously, everyone at court can see that he's not developing, but because his birth mother was the empress at the time and she really wanted to get her son to become the next emperor, she and some of her relative at court really made a push to the emperor to basically let his firstborn son just be the emperor, and the court can take care of things. They can give them really powerful regions. All the princes were laid out. The Sima clan had a very different approach to the princedom system compared to the Cao Cao, well, actually not Cao Cao, but Cao Pi's structure for the princes under the Wei dynasty. We'll talk about that a bit later. But essentially here we can pick, one thing we want to do. And I'm probably going to pick build to get the mind alignment. It's been a while since I played, but none of the alignments are bad. It just basically dictates how you want to play the game. I think either mind or wealth are both fine. Maybe let's go for money, actually. We'll get different missions. Save up until we have 4,500, shouldn't be very hard, and we get some points. Now, this army here, not much to fight, will be fine. Let's see what starting characters we have. I believe this is the pull that we get for Sima Ai. I think they just copy the tables for the mod. It's very low effort mod, but it does unlock some characters. I think this is one of the earlier mods that were introduced where even in the base game they had the all playable factions right away. It's okay. It does enable us to roleplay a bit, and that's our goal here. So of course, we're not going to be using any of the Sima clan members, and there were a ton of them. Random girl, not even our wife, and we will just take her armor. Thank you very much. And we will fire them shortly. We have a battle early on. I think we'll keep her units. We don't need to keep her units, but at least for turn 1, we can try to use her military value to get ourselves a trade deal. Ah, credibility. So we basically have Cao Cao's mechanic. Now, another thing to note, the mod is quite old, and there could be a chance that things will crash. And if it crashes too much, we will just have to end our campaign prematurely. Hopefully that won't happen, but just a heads up, this is not one of those mods that got constant, maintenance, and it's not being worked on anymore. So if it crashes, it just crashes. Nothing we can do about it. I have food. I think I actually want to offer him some extra food and see if he will pay me a bit more, because I don't really need the food for much. We don't even own the capital county. We literally own a farmland. 48. There we go. Let's see what other deals we can negotiate here. Non-aggression. 1.6 is not bad. Okay. This is us becoming his vassal. He basically had the precursor to Liu Bao's mechanic. For those who didn't follow the development of the game, Liu Bao had very different mechanics on launch, and Sima Liang was introduced pretty much 3 months after launch, because 8 Princes was launched on, I think they launched on August 8th, because 8-8 and 8 Princes. They had good marketing back then. That eventually did die out. Any items you have? Just curious if we can use it to get anything that might be useful for us. Not really. And then they did a revamp of Liu Bao's mechanic, and they basically handed over Sima Liang's domain. They changed it a little bit, but essentially Sima Liang became a precursor for Liu Bao's faction. Alright, and there's also a very different reform system where you actually have to have research rate. This is sort of a return to the base of older Total War titles. What do we want? Military focus, recruitment focus. This is post-battle loot, which is always very good, but we're not going to fight very much. I'll explain what we want to do very soon. I think taking an extra trade is probably the most beneficial for us, if not construction discounting. Character salary, we're not going to have many characters, so I think I'll take the trade first, because we're not going to build very much with only a farmland. And we'll proceed with the battle. I think we did every single diplomatic option available to us. We can see if we get any better items, weapons, horses. Guess we can take some campaign movement, but not really much else. Anyone else start with items? Nope. Okay, then let's fight this. Now, as we load in here, I'll discuss what our plan is. So, after the abdication, which happened in 264, so about 27 years before this start date, Cao Huan, who was picked as a puppet emperor by Sima Zhao at the time, and this is coming off Sima Zhao killing the previous emperor Cao Mao in the city street, because Cao Mao really grew balls, took the eunuchs, grabbed his sword, rode out in a little chariot, and said, I'm gonna march to Sima Zhao's palace, I'm gonna kill Sima Zhao, before he eventually forced me to abdicate, because everyone knows that's what Sima Zhao wants. And then that's when Sima Zhao's troops, not directly commanded by Sima Zhao, but by his loyalists, Jia Kui's son Jia Chong, and he had his troop eventually just basically stab Emperor Cao Mao, and killing an emperor was super rare at the time. It almost never happened. I don't think throughout the history of official emperors, I think the only one who actually got killed, end of the dynasty emperors did get killed, but even then, that's only like the second emperor of the Qin dynasty did get executed by Xiang Yu. Aside from him, emperors just didn't get killed. If you take over, you keep them nice and safe. I mean, of course, if you count Dong Zhuo poisoning Liu Bian, but that was also kind of not acknowledged. Like, no one's gonna count Liu Bian as one of the emperors. It's kind of turbulent period after Liu Hong's death. We're gonna try to get as much experience on Cao Huan as possible. So after Cao Mao gets killed, Cao Mao was like 20 at the time. Was a really courageous young man who wanted to take action in his own hands. It just didn't work out for him. He got killed. It was a really bad look for Sima Zhao, and one of the reasons why I think Sima Zhao lost all political credibility to usurp himself. So he ended up not usurping after that point, and essentially, let me chase those kills. And essentially, he had to pick a new emperor. So they were looking for imperial relatives because Cao Mao didn't have any kids, and they eventually settled on Cao Huan. Now, Cao Huan was picked mainly because of his relationship to the line. He was a grandson of Cao Cao, so Cao Rui would actually be his cousin, which might sound weird because after Cao Rui you get Cao Fang and then you get to Cao Mao, so you're actually a couple generations down already. But Cao Huan, it was young at the time. Cao Cao had many kids. Cao Huan's father's name was Cao Yu, and for those who might remember, Cao Yu was a favorite uncle of Cao Rui. Cao Rui really wanted Cao Yu to be a regent upon his deathbed, but Cao Yu himself had really no political ambitions and basically said no, which ended up the reason why Sima Yi and Cao Shuang basically ended up being those regents. Didn't work out for the Cao clan, but I don't think it's Cao Yu would have done a better job. Cao Yu was just not very ambitious. Cao Yu was the younger brother of a much more famous son of Cao Cao, Cao Chong, the child prodigy who measured the elephant using water displacement. Quite a fun story with him, but died young due to illness. I think their mother was Lady Huan. I think it's Lady Huan. And Cao Yu was a younger child that Cao Cao had with Lady Huan later on. So one of those younger kids, which is why Cao Huan might be in the same generation as Cao Rui, but was kind of seen as a young kid who could be a puppet emperor at the time. So Cao Huan gets picked. This was in 260, I believe. And he goes through a couple years. Sima Zhao dies quite young, 3 years later. And then Sima Yan takes over, and Sima Yan basically made it pretty clear after, unifying the land, conquering Shu, conquering Wu, that he was going to usurp. He did everything to conquer the land, so now he's going to be emperor. And Cao Huan got the message the whole time. Cao Huan didn't fight back. Cao Huan basically is like, okay, I'm done. You can be emperor. Handed him the seal. And Cao Huan was treated quite well for doing this. Cao Huan was given a prince title, Prince of Chenliu, because Chenliu is sort of the homeland of the Cao clan. Cao Cao's from there. But he wasn't allowed to live there. So in the game, we start in the Chenliu region. The game doesn't have the Chenliu commandery. It combines it with the neighboring Chen commandery. Very similar names, but not the same thing. But they basically combined it in the game and they called it the Chen, which is why we start on the farmland. Even though you get that princedom title, you don't actually go to your title land in most instances for a lot of these sensitive characters, right? The Sima court wouldn't feel very happy to have this, last emperor of Wei just out by himself in this land. So he basically had to live in Ye, very robust northern city, which the Cao clan, a lot of members grew up in. Cao Cao made it his base before Cao Pi usurped and made Luoyang the capital again. So he lived in Ye with the palace. He was allowed to use emperor banners. He was allowed to keep sort of his same living standards, and he lived until like 301, into his late 50s, having no problems. There's just no historical record of him having a wife and kid. He might have them, but it just wasn't recorded down. So his princedom line didn't really extend beyond him. So perhaps he didn't have any sons, but we don't really have a wife to start in this game. We'll try to find him a wife. I think if you compare all sort of the fate of the last emperor, he had a pretty good life for himself. I think you can also argue that the last emperor of the Han, Liu Xie, also had a pretty good life. Do we want him? 40 years young. Good traits, but the way we want to play the game, we're just going to release. Get some money here. And let's see what the early game missions bring us. Nothing. Okay, so we are in a war with Sima Wei, who is, let's see, the banners all have their princedom title. Let me zoom it in. Oh, Yiyang. So princedom of Yiyang. Most princedom names are based on location. So this is the term for Wang, which can be translated to king or prince, depending on the translation, because the Chinese system goes up to emperor. So typically, if you want to do localization, Wang is localized as prince. This is just a little bit confusion, but anyways, this is one of the relatives, not the playable Sima Wei. This is Sima Wei, I believe. Different tone. These are just sort of the pinyin, which gives you the sound, but not the character. So you often see things spelled the same way, but are pronounced differently because they're tones, and these are not marked with the tone markers. We are the Prince of Chenliu. Like I said, even though we are situated in the Chenliu area, historically he lived in Ye. He was kept there for the rest of his days. This is also the city that Sima Yi moved all the Cao clan members after the first rebellion of Huainan. So a lot of the Cao members lived there. What we're going to do for this particular campaign is that we're going to play the good boy, the one that no one suspects, and we're going to try to play it peaceful until we build up our force. We sneak and take the capital of the Jin Empire. I don't know what we can do with the Emperor. I don't know how that mechanic works for someone who's not one of the 8 princes. We'll see. And then the moment we decide to go for it and seize the capital, I will declare total war on every single Sima faction in the game. And then play out the rest of the campaign from there. But not enforcing strict total war rules. We'll just basically have an initial declaration of we're restoring the Wei, and I'll declare war against every single Sima in the game. And then we'll fight them and only take sort of winning peace deals when we are okay with letting them live, and we'll take some money from them. So that's kind of the system we'll go for. We'll try to do plenty of spying, which makes sense since we have the scheme pretty much the same copy as our grandfather's ability, Cao Cao's ability, and then we can try to get turncoats, maybe steal land, and help build up our strength early on. But like I said, we're not keeping any of these court characters, so they will be banished so that we get some money back. Of course, if you're part of the Sima clan, we're also going to be banishing you. Now, we do start out with the candidate outside here. We are 45 years young, a little old. Elusive, quite the catch, huh? Do we want ourselves a wife, even though she has terrible background bonuses? Because we can not only get a faction heir position with a wife, we can try to get kids. We can also try to get a visor. We do want to fill up our court early on because you do start out with the visor position in 8 Princes DLC. So it's basically the Prime Minister equivalent. And we'll get rid of this because I don't want to use that unit. We do have to build up our force because we are still at war with one of the minor princes. And we have no money from this, so we have to save up. We could start with a few schemes right away. Let's see if there's any beneficial one that we can do for ourselves. I know there's got to be one related to research rate, yeah. So we'll do this. This will also build up our credibility. So all the self ones typically have the plus, and the ones we use on enemies will cost credibility for those who are unfamiliar with Cao Cao's faction mechanic. I believe in Cao Cao's version, this just becomes one free reform, but here is just we get 100% research rate, which is still great. Is it glitched? Oh no, it just pops this menu. Okay, it's good. It's giving us the research rate. I thought it was going to ask us to select one that we want, which would be kind of messed up. But that's good. That worked. And diplomatic relation, make everyone love me. Why not? Right? Why not? And the number of pawns we have that can carry out schemes is based on how many spy positions we have. So we'll try to build that up. And we'll try to play a bit peaceful early on. We can recruit units right away. Looks like we have access to our cavalry options. Can we afford them is the big question. Noble support replaces public order just for this particular DLC. It's very similar. I don't know if I want a big stack on him. Maybe just a couple units that we can use. But it's not like these are cheap either, right? 200 upkeep is just not that cheap. My skill tree, we do give them extra range block chance. They are significantly better, but they do lose the range protection. 20% chunk. And I kind of want to grab a couple of these. So do we take like... If I run 500 more, 600, 700, 900 more, I'll still make around 1,000 a turn. Okay, so if I recruit like I want to, I still have my 45k for the mission, and I still make over 1,000. Let's do it. I do think we have to spend the money and build it up just to get a bigger garrison in case they attack, because we're going to be on the defensive for a bit. And that should do it for us on turn 1. It's going to be a very slow start as we accumulate our resources and try to get spies to kind of build up our force. I do wonder how aggressive the AI factions will be. Because if they want to pick on us, we could get into a lot of trouble. Alright, now we're still in the business of looking for a wife. A clerk character helps with build time, but unfortunately we don't have a lot of things to build. We're also looking for a potential advisor. I have to say, no one really stands out despite getting such a huge list of characters. Like, preacher character as wife, I mean, she's better off just as a spy. And we lose food. No, can't do that. Oh. So spiteful kind of sucks. But, might consider her. We'll wait one more round. I wonder if there are turncoats in the 8 Princes. I think there are. Although turncoats wasn't introduced until after the DLC was released, I don't know if they went back and added the function. Not something that I'm completely sure about, but we'll see if that works. Taxing more actually doesn't get us anything. We can actually do this if we want. Because I don't need the food, there's no money involved. We basically build up support quicker, which doesn't do too much, but it's fun. Let's continue here. Alright, we got the mission done. Step 2, spend or save. I'm gonna give her the money. We are gonna play nice and pretend we're weak. Not pretend, we're actually weak. I could also just generate a random wife. Or perhaps look for arranged marriage. Within the team, no one's available. I mean, I wouldn't really want to marry into a Sima clan, but it's not entirely weird. Liu Xie had a happy marriage with Cao Jie, so it's not something that's completely unbelievable. Feels like we can't do much at all, which I guess would be the purpose of this setup. Let me get some more money. I don't know if he's going to be this generous. Nope. Alright, that's all we're going to do. Not going to be his vassal. So let's see if we can get that trade, and we need to go up in rank. So getting prestige point is also going to be important. Well, construction, I guess, pays off in the long run, and then trying to get post-battle loot also be very nice. No new characters, any new development on the spying front? Nope. And then we were waiting for their army to show up. New missions. A lean year. Okay. We can make them sell harvest, lose 1 food, gain income. Not something we need. So actually we don't need any of them, and none of them actually hurt us that bad. So it's more about what points do we want. We're very close to upgrading the next level of wealth points, and we get some prestige from that. So let's go with wealth. Make them sell their homes. So cruel. Yeah, reform locked. I mean, it doesn't hurt because we actually have high enough. We're not taxing them as hard. So they should thank us. Yeah, with no turncoat movement, no new characters, we'll just wait. Wait, seriously? They want us to pay this much? So that their armies can move across us? Now, another thing we can do is we can try to buy land. Oh, we had a trade agreement. Right, I forgot about that. Only with them. It's okay. We have credibility that we can use. So this is just them liking us. Okay, it doesn't materially affect that. But we can trade credibility as well. These are points. That's what I'm saying. I can use the points to buy this. 29. Ooh, we gotta save a lot of money. Let's get the trade deal first. Let's get the trade deal first. I can offer him food. I can offer him... I mean, I do want him to like me. We have a bunch of armor that we're never going to really use. Maybe we can even trade 2 of them and get a little bit of money back. Lots of money back. Oh my god, the Empire, thank you. It's really strong. The Empire is not like the High Empire. The Empire is serious business.
你的提案不错。
Okay, locking them in as our trade partner should spare us from getting attacked by them. Hopefully. And we wait.
来说说你怎么想的吧。
No.
实乃得陇望蜀。
Okay, the Empire can spy, so there's a chance he's a spy. And it's not like his background's worth getting. And what's the chance he doesn't have a full stack? I feel like he definitely has a full stack. I think we start with this one.
我不会与你为敌的。那就下次吧。
Maybe our wife's in here. Nope, preacher. There has been so many preachers and manipulators.
法令必行。
So many. I'm contemplating summoning random wives, because the ones we're getting is no good. Alright, and I don't know how to get enough prestige, because these are just going to be slow. Mind is growing progressively each turn, it seems, so yeah, we got 7 points on turn 8. So I feel like mine's going to keep growing. Do we have any sort of character boost on that? I'm curious why it's growing, because I don't really see a reason why it should be. Huh.
心境澄澈，天下庶几可。
Yeah, I don't know why, but appreciate it. Ah, credibility mechanic. Huh, interesting they added that. Okay. And that's great news. Rinse and repeat. That's all we really need to do. I mean, it's ready at 100. Let's go back to this. I don't know if they are turncoats. I'm starting to questioning it. They still don't like us.
欢迎。
Let's try to make them like us.
可谓是振聋发聩。
But we start losing mind. Well, I mean, the cooldown will come back. We'll be fine. And we get more missions. So we got our wealth up. Trade agreement increase, campaign movement, research rate. I guess mind is what we want next. A small food donation. Try to get this boosted. Research rate's also great. He likes us a lot. Finally. Alright. Once you start showing some cracks, we're gonna see what we can do here. Alright. There's bound to be openings. And they have administrators too that we can steal land from. So we want to target Hedong. Yeah, we just gotta play the long game here. Next pawn available in 6 turns. Sure. We basically just chill. Let the 8 princes fight each other. Wait to get a good wife. I mean, just no redeeming quality. I mean, she's young. She has a good armor, but everyone has a good armor in the 8 princes start. He can be a good assignment character plus future administrator. Yeah, we're nowhere close. I guess we can look for a wife soon. Oh, grab Zhanghua son, maybe. Nope. Worth a shot. Spy protection's not what we need. I guess on the long run that's probably good. See, now I know why minor factions in the game have so much cash savings, because there's literally just not much to do. Nice. Now this does fill up both of our positions. So in a sense, that's not really what we want, but we want to mess up the court a little bit more, so... let's target the sun. I wonder about the spy that we got. If she potentially be a good wife? Wait, this is the girl that left with the... yeah, she went to go work for them. Okay, I mean, she has a title with them and she's still not happy? Yeah, not sure about this wife business here.
吾等提案在此，还请过目。甚善，再会。
Another clerk? Okay, she's a winner. Unless unless she's a spy. Yeah.
戡乱讨逆。
Somebody else probably spy on us. But kind of not useful until we somehow get more spy positions. Which requires ranking up, which requires getting points.
来共商计略吧。
Okay, they're at least positive. How about that territory trade? Want to get a price on things? I can afford the lumberyard. Let's start there. Is this positive by any means? No. We got cash. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought I had cash. Apparently to him that's not really cash. That's fine. Even that amount's not really useful for us right now. So he wants it all. He can have it all. We just spread our influence. Don't attack us. I am gonna say yes to this. This is just a bow, right? How about we just pay you? Okay. We want mind again. And we actually do like the peasantry increase. We do need to get our court in order because we're wasting faction council events. But honestly, there's really no one that have a good background bonus for the visor position. I want to go check on these two. I know the girl is a clerk. What about you? Filial and Pious. Also a burn general. Would they grow these on trees here too? They're in the same army. I guess like-minded people. I'll wait till I have 4K. And we will consider giving ourselves a wife. Okay, so he's not a bad advisor. I'm gonna recruit him. One spirit alignment per turn as well. Yeah, why don't I have an alignment? So we don't have money for the wife. We're causing people to leave. Our new advisor is someone who left the faction. Yeah, if they let me target any of the administrators, then I'll think about recalling people. But right now, that's just not happening. So we'll leave it alone for now.
算我求你个人情。如你所愿。
Yeah, more people leaving the faction. He's also from the Jin. He might be sent out as a spy, though. He's also from the Jin. Yep. The Grudge. I mean, our spies are working, technically. Administrator Loyan. That's not the one. I want her. So save points for now. We probably want a little bit more savings before I summon him, put an army, and think about taking this by force. We're gonna get ourselves a wife. Wait, which one is it? I think it's Seek Spells. Not terrible. Let me look at the traits. Not terrible. We'll take it. Night Battle as well. We got ourselves a starting army. We'll save up a couple turn of income before we summon them onto the field.
这样如何?
That's a lot of payment, buddy. I thought you starting to like us. Just a little bit. Like I can offer food. And maybe like a bow. Or actually, we can do another armor. Deal.
此所谓两智相逢.
That should make him like us a bit more. A lot of the same names coming back. I think his timed out because he was the original 30. Yep. We got 8 turns of mistrust. I can drop his son to 0 points, but that only basically makes the heir leave. It doesn't really do anything for us. Maybe he leaves with some items. That's the best we can hope for. Alright, now we just save money, I think.
来商量商量吧。
A coalition? No thanks.
如你所愿。
You guys fight it out. Sima on Sima crime. Oh, oh, Luoyang. No, 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 not the right place. Oh, but there. We can't surrender territory as a capital, but we can poison garrison. We can open gates. Why can't we get? See, we're killing their court. They're running out of people. His son ditched him. Try to target others. And save us some points. He doesn't have army on it. So if we do poison the garrison, I have military access. I can betray them. And then declare war against every single Sima clan. And they're weak because we have spies in them. Right? This army is ours, basically. Maybe we can do it. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but maybe we can do it. If we want to summon them and give them units, now will probably be the time to do so. Or we can have them do a bit of assignment to rank up. Because we haven't really been doing it. There's not really good ones because we don't own any of the capital. Right, there's only spy related ones that we can do, which I don't want to do. I mean, we would need to wait a while because he needs to get enough points to start doing the poison in a quantity that would be enough to actually get us the win against that army. We can also do a rebel force to take over and then we take it from, but that's harder. It's better if we get them down. We'll see what we can do. While they're busy fighting for more land. Oh, they're finally here. They're finally attacking us. Took them a while. Oh. I can level this up, so we also get 15 points of prestige. Temporarily, but still. Oh, did we not make her our heir? We didn't make her our heir, did we? Forgot about that. This is the army we can debuff. Yeah. We don't see them, but we can debuff them. Yeah, there's so many Burin generals in 8 Princes. Another one. Do we want to hire ourselves a Burnt army stack of just 3 officers who are Burnt? Just to debuff enemy armies. First off, I want them on the field. We're not running archer militias. We're not running D militias here right now. Just want the generals. Sometime it bugs out. Yeah, we did see that he has an incredible army stack. Okay, no one has any crazy items. I believe she's one. She's rank 4. We would probably have to give her a promotion to keep her happy. And she's also rank 4. I'm gonna stay away from them. Oh, he's been on cooldown. He's been summoned back. He's no longer in that position. New heir? Ooh, he grew his family real quick. He adopted someone. Anyways, we'll wait for this army to show up.
出于双方有意，吾等诚心提此议
Oh, it's a
案。
positive value. Wow, he's paying us so much? Well, thank you.
深思熟虑，则事半功倍。
Come on, show up, army. Show up. He ambush every step? Is he gonna ambush his way to Nanyang? I dare him. Ah, someone did get promoted to... back to Luoyang. Okay. Why are they not promoting you? You're a sentinel. You're better at this than they are. Jingzhou, they own Chang'an as well. We'll play a long game. I mean, it's not like we have a choice. I mean, I'm thinking about giving ourselves an actual army soon. Because we need more land. We're not close to waiting on prestige points from alignments. And he's the only one at war with us that we can get land from. I get units. We have probably enough money for one decent army. Not like a full-size one. Probably like full stack on her, 4 spear guards on him, maybe 2 T militias if we have the money for it. It'd be a very tight situation. It'd be better if we can beat an army first. Please come fight us. I can try to bait him, but I don't know if he has night battle or not. Oh, everyone's paying us now. Everyone likes us? Well, he clearly is not going to give us everything, but a decent chunk. I think diplomacy at a point where we actually should look at it. I feel like a lot of very positive development.
如此一来，你我便达成一致。
很高兴见到足下。真令人愉悦。
Wow, it's not
如
Lin.
此甚善。
Generosity is kind of crazy. It's already paying us 368 per turn. Well, he's just actually literally out of money. It's not his fault.
真令人愉悦。
Probably could look at lump sum payment as an option, but I'll take the per turn for now.
欢迎，朋友。
We'll do a comparison here. This is probably like 170 ballpark. 137. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have savings. It's close actually. I think lump sum's better. Indeed.
"提的还算合理。 欢迎，朋友。 我方
All
同
right.
意。
They're gonna end up helping fund our first army. She's gonna get the title because she's gonna have the more expensive units. She does have fire arrows, but even then I don't think I want archers over crossbows. Do we tank our income completely by getting 2 more cavalry units? I kind of actually want 2 lancers. Then we go back to positive with this. Alright, we got a full stack. I was not expecting that to be a possibility, but here we are. All of a sudden he wants peace. All of a sudden you want peace. No, of course not. He's like, we gotta hurry. That guy's army's serious business. See, what he doesn't know is we might be able to pull off a trick. 18 points. That's hard for us to do without any food. I mean, we still have a few more items that we can trade. Just a few. And definitely don't have enough money to make him please. I can use credibility. That's the only thing we have left. He can't reach 2 turns. I can start moving next turn. We finally see his army. Oh, he's attritioning. We will be just fine. They put him on cooldown again? They're changing positions again? They keep shuffling people. Running back. Yeah, indecision's no good here either. I'm pretty sure he used to work for the Dint. Yep. We made him mad and made him leave. Alright. Tell me good news that's not loyal. Ah, it's always loyal. It's always loyal. No, you do this. And I want to see if I can do another discredit. Oh, we can't do enough credit. We don't have enough points. We wait then. Let's watch him walk one more turn, and we can also get closer to being full healed, and then we go hit him. Because I think no matter which way he goes, we should still be within reach. Oh, we actually should switch the lead. I am giving 5% extra replenishment though, so there's nothing wrong with it right now, because we're actually not trying to move. They demand war. Oh, they demand us to attack our neighbor. Huh. This might be a good reason to do this. We get prestige, we get income from all sources. It's only 5 turns, and then we also potentially, I don't know if we get untrustworthiness for tearing up a deal because we are currently pretty friendly with them. Honestly, we probably want spirit as well. No, let's do it. Let's see, do we get punished for untrustworthiness? Because we have an army. We do. See, that's not fair, because the Empress asked us. Yeah, Nyan's definitely in danger. Let's lock them in. Alright, do we have any other big positives that we can do? No, it's going to be just these. Alright, now that we're fighting, he can lead.
参见大人，为天下黎民。
The only slight problem is, as much as we want to go and take his land after this win, we probably have to run back to Nyan to defend it or retake it, and we have to leave this faction alone to take care of Smamo. The timing from the Empress, it's not great. I mean, it's not bad.
做好准备，顽强不屈，以兵注意，做好准备，时机已至，注意。
2 strategists, so there's no dueling. I don't know if I wanted these guys out, because I have my cavalry kind of in the front as well. Oh, night battle is... they can't deal with it.
敌军士兵正在溃逃。
Oh, that's... oh, they do have someone, maybe. No, they don't want to duel. There's literally no units for our tributaries to hit. Our tributaries trying their best to hit these guys. I don't think our rank 1 tributary is going to hit them. We could let the crossbow do some damage. Actually, we don't want them to just run out for free. They're still going to be on the field afterwards. This is actually not good for us.
敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫。
The crossbow's enough. Ah, it's too late. We didn't get here in time. Everyone kill that one. Maybe we get a capture, and then we can get rid of a group from the field. Okay, I'm not. I do have military access. Even with the 25 points? We're just far away.
进来谈谈吧。
They do like us. It's trending down, so we might as well try to take advantage of it right now. See if we can do a swap. 20. That's very high. The untrustworthiness is weighing on that, which is why. But still, even without it, I think it'll be 12, which is still too much. So I feel like she has been rather useless. I'm gonna use up her points and then disown her. See if we can maybe get someone else from the faction. Oh, she's not that useful either. She's also gonna leave. I'm just gonna keep him for now. See if he mobilized right away. See if we have to rush back. Because if he doesn't move, then maybe we can go finish him off first. Okay. He doesn't move. I mean, I want to fight it only because I know it's going to be completely casualty free since they rout right away. It's a full militia army. So night battle they can't handle. I don't need to do any arrangements. It's not that they can't handle, it's like Archer Militia has the lowest morale. Once one routes, it's -2 for every nearby, and then like all 5 of these will rout, then it's -10, and then they can't handle it. So the first hit that hits one of these in the back is chain rout for everything. Yeah. And then they get lucky because they run out of their range or also still weigh on them. And then it's basically our crossbows doing the rest. I don't think they're doing anything here. Never mind. Don't even need the crossbow for this one. Yeah, this way we know for sure it's casualty free. None of this delegate nonsense where our generals end up half health for some reason. I don't know what other faction's opinion of this faction is, so I don't know if executing will make people happy or employ will make people happy. I want the end up with the armor anyway, so I think we'll go with execute. It's just a little bit cleaner. Are they also at war? No, don't take it from me. Okay, then different strategy. Cash out, because he's gonna get wiped. If he doesn't get wiped, then it's fine. We'll go back to war, and we want lump sum payments. Oh, he's been saving. Let's see, items. No. $3K. I mean, I know we can probably get some ridiculous number here. Oh, it's close actually. Lump sum and per turn's actually pretty close. Yeah, then given that his faction's likely to get wiped, we'll definitely take this. That will work its way out eventually. Eh? Is this a vassal setup? Okay, that's why. Only 50? Huh, close. He actually really lacks food, but just doesn't have much to offer.
欢迎，朋友。提的还算合理。
妙啊！ 真令人愉悦。
I mean, we need every cent. We have literally no income whatsoever. Because we have no income, I don't think we are recruiting anyone. New recruit. Not really impressed. Really want to nail him, but he's ready -40. I can't do anything else. I need to save points to at least do a faction-wide one. New clothes for the wife. Don't mind that came from some dead body. Let's continue here. Smadown. Is he sieging? This needs sieging? You can't just take this? Well, I wasn't going to be able to take it from him, so that's fine. We would definitely want Flaming Shot eventually. Alright, so now we can march. Get over here. Deal with them. Capture the rest of Nanyang. This actually be quite a prize for us if we can capture that. Oh, Sima Cui. Eh? Not in this faction? Oh. Wait, Sima Cui is Sima Liang's son, I believe. I want to use him to see if I can lower anyone else. Oh, this is tempting. We can do improve relationships. We can do assassinate heir, assassinate and then assassinate leader. There are definitely things we can do with him. I mean, first off, improve relationship so that he doesn't come after us. We'll probably have to change stance next turn. Let me just mainly checking out traits. I feel like he should rest up, save points, get ready to welcome us in Loyal in the future, of course. Is he also at war with them? Are we in the same wars? Oh my god, we are in the same wars. Pros and cons, right? We had to split what we get. But we have help. He ran. He ran. Okay. I mean, I guess since the Empress asked us to do this, maybe they also asked Sima Liang, even though I doubt it, because Sima Liang basically died because the Empress, I mean, historically at least. No walls, so we don't have fire yet. We want one of these gates where on the side they can only come out from one area, because they're definitely coming out, given that it's a very, very tiny garrison. I guess we mainly want to kill the archers, because they won't survive the crossbows.
敌军士兵正在溃逃。
Alright, Queen. So not a bad start for us. We're doing the Empress's bidding. We're getting in cahoots with the Jin Empire, at least on the surface.
上参于天。
Behind the scenes, we're spying on them. And we actually got to expand a little and take some land.
立刻群敌。
Yeah, so not a bad start. We hopefully can pick this up. Looks like he's marching through. I should have the movement for this if he doesn't get this next turn. I can ignore this army even for a turn. Like, they can retake it, we can take it back. It's not a big deal. As long as we get the land before they do. Or else we have to maybe awkwardly trade for it. Surprisingly, they still haven't finished taking this. I don't know why they're so slow. I can also mess with him, right, to make sure that he can't get there. We can infiltrate their army. No, not that one. This is the one. We don't have enough points. We're 1 point shy to reduce their movement range. But they can't get there this turn. I can also poison them to the point where they can't fight. But only 1 water, so I can't do it that many times. Wait for next turn, maybe? I mean, we don't really have a lot of choice, so... Yeah, we got the Administrator of the Capital in our pocket. We got our neighbor's son in our pocket. And hopefully we can get some land and then maybe make some espionage moves against Samareal. And make his faction like us, see if we can buy his land cheap. And then go from there. Build up our strength, bid our time, and then turn on the Jin Empire when we get a chance. And hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!